Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today is going to be another Fix It video. Another video where I've bought a job lot of faulty equipment off eBay and I'm going to attempt to repair it using limited tools and also limited knowledge as well. This is not my area of expertise, but I do love taking things apart. So hopefully I might be successful on one or more items. Right, so I did a video similar to this about a week or so ago where I bought a job lot of 40 consoles, all different weird and wonderful stuff, and I was unsure whether I was even going to upload it to YouTube, but I did, and although it hasn't got a huge amount of views, a lot of people really liked it, and they asked, you know, could I do more of them, could I make it into a series? And I was really happy with that because I love taking things apart and I love trying to fix something. I don't know why, I always have done, whether even if it's something that I don't even like a lawnmower for example, I still like to see how it works and then try to fix it. And it isn't really even just to save the money, you know, if I really wanted to I could go out and I could buy what I'm trying to fix here brand new, but I don't know, there's something about fixing something that's broken that's really satisfying, and it gives you a real sense of achievement, especially when it's your first time doing it. So yeah, that's basically what this video is about. So please don't, you know, do nasty comments saying you haven't got a clue what you're on about, because I admit I haven't got a clue what I'm on about. I've never taken this apart before, and I might make some really stupid mistakes, but for me, that's all part of the learning. And hopefully, you guys watching it, if you haven't done it either, you might be sort of encountering the same problems that I encounter. If you're an expert at it, then your hands work really quickly and it's all just going to happen really easily. But I'm not. So maybe I'm going to be similar to yourselves, doing the same sort of job. So I thought, what can I do? So I had a look on eBay and I found this listing here, and I think this is quite an interesting one. It's basically 5 broken Nintendo 2DS's, the XL, the new shape. Now these are still in the shop for $129.99, so 130 UK pounds. Second hand on eBay, you can get them for they're still over 80 UK pounds. And even if you were to go to, you know, like a high street shop that sells gaming stuff like CEX, then you're still paying £95 for a discounted one. That means one with scratches on, and £100 for an unboxed one. Now that would come with a charger, none of these come with chargers, but here I managed to pick up 5 of them for £53 plus £7.99 postage, so just under £61. And what I'm hoping is, I mean, you can see this company here doesn't list the faults, they just do a whole range of things it could be. You can see that one of them has a detached screen here. So what I'm hoping is between the 5 that I'm going to get one working one, and then if I get more than one working one, well, that's just a bonus. Now I might be unlucky and I might not be able to fix any of them, but for me, I still enjoy the process of it anyway. After buying this, I then realised that this company also has another eBay shop that sells working second-hand things. So obviously they've got a bulk load of these in, and they've cherry-picked the working ones, and I'm going to have, you know, the worst ones, aren't I? Because if it was just a very simple fix, like for example, I don't know, like you know, the battery's not charging or something, well, they're going to take that to one side, replace the battery, and then they're going to sell that for like 80 or 90 pounds. So I'm presuming the ones in here are going to be really bashed up. So it's not the best way of doing things, but still, you know, let's see, I might be lucky. Right, okay, let's get started. Let's see anyway what we've got here. Just packaging. Right, one here with okay, this is the one with the broken hinge. We've got another black and turquoise one. Okay, this is, I think, called a poke ball one. That one actually looks in okay condition. Okay, you know, I never know, I might be lucky, maybe they haven't been tested that much, but I think it would be a bit foolish not to test them. This one's got a very loose hinge, and this is the colour I like most for some reason. I love this colour. Okay, they do look all quite bashed up, the hinges and stuff. So what I'm hoping is, that I can take them apart, and between all of them I'll be able to get one working one. Right, so the rest of it's just packaging, and this is my invoice here. And again, you can see there the price of it. Okay. Right, okay. First things first, I'm going to try and turn each one on and just do some basic testing, you know, to see if it works. I'm going to go get a game card from my other 2DS. and then see if they charge up and stuff like that. See if I can work out what the faults are. Obviously, I already know what the fault is with the hinge one because it's quite obvious, but I'm not sure what it's going to be with the other ones. Let's just quickly see if there's any games left in here. Right, no game, no SD card. No game, no SD card. No game, no SD card. This is not looking good. No game, no SD card. And no game, no SD card. Now, if you were to buy these off just normal sellers and not a company, often you find that it will have the SD card. Sometimes you get a bonus and you get the game in there as well. I've bought a few PS Vitas in the past that have the games left in because people forget about it. They just have it up in their room, it doesn't work, and then they just sell it on eBay without checking it out. So you can be lucky, and sometimes you will get the memory cards and the games. Right, let me just go grab a game and then I'm going to see what's happening with these. Right, a couple of games. Let's start with this one here because I like the look of this one. Okay, so I've got a blue light, which is good. This looks well bashed up. Right, okay. You can see what's wrong there. That's the screen. So now there might be numerous other faults as well, but to begin with, I'm just going to, hope that there's just one fault on each item there. So obviously that's a faulty screen, as well as that. It does feel very loose as well. Right, let's try this poke ball one. Blue light again, which is a good sign. Oh, surprise, surprise. Broken screen. Not as bad though. That screen isn't as bad, but it would still annoy you playing that. Sound works. Right, okay, broken screen on that one. Do you know what, I could be unlucky and maybe it's just going to be a broken screen on all of them, because if that top screen's hard to replace, maybe that's exactly what this company does then. Right, okay, that went to turn on and then it made like a funny popping sound and then turned off, so let's try that again. Okay, so that doesn't sound great. But hopefully, maybe the screen's going to be okay in that one, and maybe I can use the screen from that one onto one of these. Right, red flashing light. Broken screen again. Do you know what? I think I'm going to be unlucky here, aren't I? They're all going to... Do you know what? I know what's happening. I reckon the company gets them in, and they basically know that they can replace numerous different things easily, and that's what they're doing. And I bet all of these now are just going to have a broken top screen, because I had a quick look on eBay earlier and there doesn't seem to be, like for other things like the 2DS you can buy the screens quite easily, but for the 2DS XL it looks like you can't get the screens. And I mean, I can't tell on this one, but the hinge is broken and the ribbon cable's gone there as well. So realistically now, am I going to be able to repair any of these? Unless this one here has an intact screen and the hinge is ridiculously loose. I don't know, I'm gutted if I'm honest with you, because I didn't think the screen would be smashed on every single one. I feel now that I've been conned a bit on this. But because like when it says untested, you sort of hope it is untested. If the listing said everyone had a broken screen, then I wouldn't have bought it. But obviously that's the risk of buying on eBay. What should I do now? Right, I suppose I might as well try to take this one apart and see if this one has got an okay screen or not. Right, okay. Right, let me just plug in my charger. See, I was kind of hoping that it would be a load of different faults, like for example not charging or buttons not working or something like that. But in a way I'm also relieved, because this seller also had a load of another 5 things listed for the day after. Okay, it's not flashing red anymore. He had another 5 of these listed for the day after, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I might get them as well, and then I'd have 10 of them to play with. But I'm really glad I didn't now, because I'm almost certain that the fault is going to be broken screen on all of them, which is the hardest thing to replace, and they're hard to get hold of as well, so it kind of makes it uneconomical to repair them if it's got a faulty top screen. Right, okay, let's take this one apart first, I think, and then see what's happening with that. So I'm just going to power each of these down. I'm going to leave this one on charge. Looks like the touchscreen's working. Worst case scenario, this one is, you know, you could possibly get away with using it. Right, okay, well, there we go. That ain't going to work, is it? Can you see now what's happened there? That's for the screen there, and it's broken there. And that wasn't me, that was already like that before. So this screen is not going to work, I presume, because that's going to be sealed to the actual, you know, the top screen. So I think I'm going to be really unlucky, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get any of these to work. Here we have, yeah, because you can see the ribbon cable here is attached to the screen. So there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything with this, because even if this screen is okay, I'm not going to be able to connect the ribbon cable onto the old screen. Snap that now anyway, so it's no good. But yeah, there's no way. I mean, this is all sealed here in the factory when it's made, so there's no way of being able to slot in a new ribbon cable to it. So really, I am just wasting my time on that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look on eBay and basically see if there is any second-hand screens out there, or see if it's possible to buy them. But I did have a quick look before, and they don't seem to be, you know, the market's definitely not flooded with them. So yeah, I'll come back to this. Okay, so I've been searching on the internet, and believe it or not, you cannot get these. So I've been looking on eBay in the UK, I've been looking on Amazon in the UK, I've also been looking for other UK sellers, and they do not sell these screens. So, unfortunately, I can't fix these. There's a couple of sellers from China selling them, but by the time I've bought it and paid for the shipping, I think it's going to come to over 30 UK pound. Now, realistically, is it worth spending, you know, good money after bad money? And as well as that, there's a high risk when you're fitting these that you're going to damage them as well, because it's not like the other screens, you know, they all need to be stuck into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, because these screens will become available. I'm sure they'll become available over time, but at this moment in time, I think it's just too new. There mustn't be enough demand for them. But the 2DS screens are dirt cheap, and also the 3DS screens are dirt cheap. But for some reason, the 2DS XL screens are either really expensive or just really hard to get hold of. So a little bit annoying, but I can't fix these. As well as that, a lot of these consoles have parental controls on there, so if I was to go to settings and go to internet settings, it's then going to say content is restricted by parental controls. Please enter your PIN to use this feature. So there is a way around that. Unfortunately, I can't show you it on this video, obviously, because, you know, it wouldn't be fair to the parents that set up parental controls on devices like this. But if you were to, you can search on Google. Basically, there is a way around that. So if you buy second-hand stuff, there is a way that you can insert the. You can get like a master key to get rid of the parental controls. So out of all of them now, this is by far the best one here. And this is usable. It's just, you know, for a device that only costs £130 new, it's not worth having a second-class kind of experience like this on something that isn't really that expensive in the first place. But if you look at it, you know, it is definitely playable. I've tried out a few of the other things. The Wi-Fi on this works, all the buttons work, the volume works, the mic works, and everything. So it is all working. It's just that this makes it almost unplayable. I mean, you can still see what's going on, but it's going to take away from the experience massively. So, have I actually enjoyed doing this particular one here? If I'm honest with you, I haven't, and I'll tell you the reasons why. I'm not bitter at the fact I know it sounds like I am, but it's not the fact that I haven't got them working. It's the fact that I didn't stand a fair chance. If these were natural faults, for example, if you had 10, you know, if DSs were naturally faulty, so for example, like, you know, you had 10 people with a faulty 2DS, then what would happen is, on some of them, it would be, for example, a sticky button. On some of the others, the port would be broken. On some, the screen would be broken. On some, the hinge might be broken. But as you can see here, every single one of these has a broken screen. So there's 3 of them with a smashed screen, and 3 of them with the ribbon cable feeding the top screen broken. And what is the hardest part to get off this? The top screen. So now, are you telling me that the seller that sold these doesn't know that? Of course they knew that. They made out on the listing, if they had said that there's 5 of these for sale, they're broken and they've all got faulty screens, then there's absolutely no way that I would have bought them, because then I would have Googled it and I would have found out that you can't get the screens. But they were really vague. They said, not tested, will have the following faults: broken screen, broken USB port, broken buttons, broken hinge, and they listed a whole range of faults. Now, the very fact that they've got another eBay shop that's actually selling working second-hand items, now I know the full reason why. These have been tested and they're uneconomical to repair because of the top screen, so they've just been offloaded. Now, to me, it's still, actually, this sounds ridiculous, but it's still worth the money because of all the other parts that you get with it. So now what I'll do is I'll keep my eye out for genuine faulty 2DSS XLs, and then, for example, if one comes up with a faulty D-pad or a faulty analog stick, I mean, you've seen how easy it is to replace the analog stick. It just goes in here, and you just have to undo that one little bit of a ribbon cable, pop it back in, and then you've got a working analog stick. So to me, even if I had the chance to return them, personally I wouldn't return them, because I still think they're worth the £61. But as far as the video is concerned, it's a very boring video because they weren't proper faults. You know, if you took a cross-section of faults, they would have a wider range of faults than just a smashed screen all the time. So I do apologise for that, but I've still done this video because it is real life. You might do this yourself, and then you will get stitched up, like me, by doing stuff like this. So, in hindsight, what should I have done? It was a business seller, so I should have done a bit more research under the address to find out what other eBay shops they had. And then because I only found out after I won this auction that they had another eBay shop, and then I should have, you know, if I'd done that beforehand, I would have put 2 and 2 together and realised that they were cherry picking the good ones and then putting all the rubbish out for sale on their other website that they're probably not bothered about because there's not much feedback on it. And then when they get bad feedback on that site, they'll close it down and open up another new eBay site and then start selling on that one again. So yeah, that is it. So I will in the future be able to fix these, but unfortunately not just yet because I'm not willing to get the screens from China. They're going to take over a month to arrive and they're too expensive at the moment. I wait until eBay and Amazon get flooded with the screens. Once these start getting old, they'll be getting broken up for spares and stuff, and then I'll be able to pick up the screens cheap. So it hasn't deterred me. I'm going to keep on with this series. I've got other things lined up. I've got other things that's going to be arriving in the next few days now, and hopefully I'll be more successful on the next round of stuff. I was very successful on the last round of stuff, and this was a complete fail this time. Hopefully next time it might be better. It might be worse again. Who knows? But Hopefully it was still slightly entertaining. What you've learnt from it is the fact that if you're going to get a broken 2DS, do not get one with a broken top screen. It can be broken anywhere else, but not the top screen. So please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe for more how-to videos. Take care, bye now.